It's been a rough week. I've been sick all week. It's been miserable. But today's Friday, and I got to get back to work. So, why don't I go get ready and you enjoy some coffee or something? Already feeling a million times better. All right, let's get to work. So, as you can see, my wife's already decorated the inside of the house for Christmas. So, before I get to work in the garage, I do have to accomplish one more thing outside. Since my kids are all moved out of state now, and therefore all my grandkids moved out of state, we're not even doing that big of a deal. So I really can't complain, which is only asking me to do one little thing. So bear with me for 30 seconds. I'll play some Christmas music, and we'll put some Christmas lights up outside.
Now, don't worry. It's not a long video of me doing Christmas lights, and I wouldn't do this to you without giving you a little something in return. So keep watching, and I'll give you a little bonus discount at the end. Okay, Christmas lights installed. Now I can get this stuff put back up in the attic, get back to work on the car. Okay, now we got a little bit more room to work. So there's only a couple things left to do on the car that are big deal things. I got to bleed the brakes and do that transmission service. So based on the fact that the bleeding the brakes will be the simpler process than doing that transmission service, I'm going to go ahead and bleed the brakes first. So we'll get that done. We get that bumper reinstalled, and then there'll be just a lot of little tidying up things to do. But this thing should be roadworthy in no time at all. Now, one thing I noticed about the bumper, and I don't think I did this, but you never know. There's little clips right here that go into those two clips that I actually printed out on my 3D printer that I made. This one here is broken. This one's not. So let me show you. So here is the non-broken side. So you can see this kind of clip goes all the way around, right? A little square there. And then over here is the broken side. So it got broke off somewhere, some way. Again, I don't think I did it. I think it was already broken. I never really put any pressure there. But I'm going to try to fix it. So my plan is to take a little bit of a molding clay here, and I'm going to create a little mold from the side that's not broken by putting it on top of it and switching it in and creating a little mold of that thing. And then I'll put it around on the other side, on the side that is broken, and that should create a little valley, and I'm just going to fill that in with epoxy and see if it works. So let's give it a try. Well, it worked for the center part, a little bit on the outside, but I think it's a little too thin, so I'm going to make it a little thicker, and then we'll try again. All right, take two. I'm definitely not some clay modeling guy. Nor am I apparently a narrator because I'm just being all quiet while I do this. I should be talking, giving you guys some information. So let's see. I don't know if this is working right either. Let's take this off and see what happened. I'm thinking maybe this clay is a little too soft. It seems like I wrapped around it. Yeah. So I wrapped around. I was pushing in trying to get it to go around the outsides, and I wrapped around it. So I need to avoid doing that. All right, come on. This can't be too hard. This has to work. What are we doing? Let's see. All right, well, that's a little better. Let's go see what it looks like on the other side. All right. So if I put that like that, well, that almost works. Kind of works. I think I can make this work. There we go. There's a little channel right there. All right, get my clamp out here. Clamp this down. I don't know why my clamp isn't working, but there we go. All right, I think I can make that work with a little bit of a knife in there, and we'll get that thing cleaned up just a little bit, just enough to put a little epoxy in that channel and see if we can make that piece go across. It's going to take a little bit of grinding afterwards, but I think it'll be okay. So I actually went back and did it again, and this time I got it a lot better. And without that clamp in the way, it's even better. I just used the clay to actually mold over on this side to hold it in place. So I got a perfect little channel there to fill with epoxy, and it should work. One of my viewers, Steve something, I can't remember the last part. So Steve something reminded me in chat though that this car is hand built, and boy is that true today. We're gonna hand build us a little bit of the body now. It should be good enough. Again, I don't even think this thing is very structural, this part. I don't think it really all that much matters. But for the sake of doing it, why not? Let's see if we can get it to be perfect. All right, now I'll just let that set up and then grind it clean, and we should be good to go. I got a little distracted with the bumper. ADD much? Anyway, all right, now I'm back on the brakes. So I got my lovely bride in the car. She's going to pump the brakes for me while I bleed these out. I'm going to bleed them out into the jar. It might take a minute, actually, because with them being unplugged for so long, I'm not really sure how much fluid is even left in the system. I'm guessing there's quite a bit of air, so we'll just see how it goes. Okay, pump. Okay, push. That was a good one. All right, pump. Push. Really good one. All right, pump. Push. Okay, push. Okay, pump. Push. Okay, pump. Push.
I like kind of gave out, kind of at the end.
Yeah, well, I let it. So what's happening is you're pushing, and then I'm opening it up, so you're pushing the fluid through. Okay, pump. Okay, push. Okay, pump. Okay, push. Okay, pump. Push. Okay, pump. Push. All right. All right, we're gonna call that good for now. You're done, thank you.
Well, there you go. The brakes are bled. So that's one of the two things that needed to get done before I can get this thing out on the road. So that's pretty exciting. I only got one thing left. The only issue is that one thing is the full transmission service. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about it. Might seem a little crazy since I just tore this whole car apart and ripped the whole undercarriage down and done all this work, and I'm nervous about one little thing. But it's a big thing pulling the transmission bottom off there. So I don't know. It should be good. I'm not too, overall, I'm not too worried, but I'm a little nervous to get cracking at it. So anyway, if you're watching right now, that means you watched my Christmas lights section, and I told you I'd have something for you. Those guys over at Coffee Brand Coffee, those guys are awesome over there. And if you don't drink coffee, it's all good. They have a bunch of teas, and my favorite, they got a bunch of hot chocolates. Right now, there's a bunch of stuff out for the holidays. So you got some great hot chocolate choices. You got some great coffee flavor choices. And, I'd love for you to go check it out. I'd really love for you to go over there and buy something for yourself. It would help the channel. It helped me, so I appreciate that. If you use code GB9Garage, you'll get an additional 10% off. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and you're enjoying this video series, please consider subscribing. Again, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a great rest of your day. I'm calling it a quits for today, but I'm hoping to be back in the garage on Sunday and get some more done, and we'll get on that transmission. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.